Hello, this is Sloan Morris, Director of Client Services with Vigilo. This Vigilo video help will provide a detailed walkthrough of the new Vigilo PSP Converter. Overview. We're excited to deliver the industry's first and only PSP converter. This new tool allows you to translate FMCSA Pre-Employment Screening Program, or PSP reports, into meaningful CSA analysis. Nothing on the FMCSA PSP report provides CSA scores, points, or basic performance. In April of 2010, the FMCSA released the Pre-Employment Screening Program, PSP. The PSP report gives a historical view of inspections, violations, and crashes attributed to each driver with a CDL. The information contained on a PSP report is very informative, and many carriers have found it a valuable resource for screening drivers. However, nothing on a PSP report provides any CSA scores, points, or basic performance. PSP versus CSA. In the new CSA-centric world, it is critical that carriers not only run PSP reports, but are able to translate the data on a PSP report into a meaningful CSA analysis. It's fine to see a history of inspections and violations, but carriers must also know the CSA impact of violations. PSP reports do not supply any CSA analysis at all. The Vigilo PSP Converter accomplishes this for you quickly and easily. How it works. You run FMCSA's PSP report and receive a PDF file as the output. The Vigilo PSP Converter scans that report and applies the CSA methodology to the data and instantly creates a CSA scorecard for that driver, Vigilo style. You can process batches of PSP reports, and the Vigilo PSP Converter will also rank all drivers in that batch using CSA points. It takes just seconds to run a comparative analysis on all of your driver candidates using CSA as the benchmark. Step-by-step walkthrough. Upload PDFs. Let's walk through this step by step. I have already downloaded and installed the PSP Converter, so I simply double-click the PSP Converter icon on my desktop to begin. I'll log in with my Vigilo username and password, and then I will upload any PSP reports I've obtained through the pre-hire process that I want to convert. I click the Load PSP PDFs button here. The PSP Converter can load a virtually unlimited number of PSP files, but I'll just choose these 4 PSP files for now. The PSP Converter quickly imports these files and transforms them into a meaningful CSA format, which we'll see in a moment. All drivers are listed on the left, alphabetically by last name. By default, the first driver, Jasper Edwards, is selected. PDF Report tab. We'll start with the PDF Report tab, which allows you to view the original PSP report for any of the drivers. Click on a different driver's name to view that driver's report. Please note that all drivers in this video are fictitious. Next, we'll go to the CSA Report tab, where you can immediately see the converted PSP report for Jasper Edwards, the currently selected driver. Separate boxes give you the most important information, including visual indicators for at-a-glance understanding. Number of inspections. This includes a visual indicator comparing clean inspections against inspections with violations. In this case, 4 clean inspections versus 5 inspections with violations. Number of violations. Number of crashes. Total CSA points. This includes a pie chart showing you the percentage of points in each basic, and average points per inspection. This key measure allows you to fairly compare drivers with low inspection activity against drivers with high inspection activity, providing a true apples-to-apples comparison. This number, average points per inspection, may become the first number you look for. Safety Event Timeline. We've taken one of the most popular visual tools from the existing Vigilo scorecards and applied it to PSP. Now, you can easily see a driver's history of inspections, violations, and crashes, including easy-to-spot patterns of behavior, with all activities color-coded for immediate comprehension. For this driver, Jasper Edwards, we can see that he has inspection activity from June 2009 through October 2010, including 4 clean inspections in green, and other inspections that had violations in vehicle maintenance, orange, fatigue driving, gray, and 1 in driver fitness, blue. In addition, there was also 1 non-CSA violation, in pink. How does that compare to reading a standard PSP report? I'll scroll down the page to the next section. Basic Summary. In the Basic Summary section, you can see the key numbers, overall and by basic for this driver. For example, the summary row here shows you key information about inspections. Jasper Edwards has a total of 9 inspections with 2 out of service, 5 of which had violations, which is 55% of total inspections. Violations. Our driver Edwards has 9 total violations with 2 out of service, including 1 red flag violation. Red flag violations are egregious violations under CSA that can cause special scrutiny from the FMCSA. Vigilo highlights this important fact so that you are better informed during the hiring process. CSA points. Mr. Edwards has 112 total CSA points, which Vigilo uses to calculate a key number for you, the average points per inspection, which in this case is 12.4. This includes a colored horizontal bar as a visual indicator. This critical measurement, average points per inspection, can be used to normalize, understand, and fairly compare applicants under a CSA lens. This same information is provided for all 7 basics below, and also for vehicle, driver, and hazmat inspections here. If a driver has issues in any of these areas, it will be readily apparent. I'll scroll down the page to the next section. Violation Summary. The Violation Summary provides a quick, easy-to-read list of violations accrued by this driver, ordered from most frequent violations to least. Because each violation is colored according to its basic category, it is easy to see the 3 orange vehicle maintenance violations, for example. You can also see quite a few gray fatigue driving violations. For each violation, you'll see basic category, red flag status, severity weight assigned, number of out of service, and violation count. It's easy to tell at a glance which is the red flag violation. Here, driver lacking valid license type. I'll scroll down the page to the next section. Crash details. Crash details going back 5 years are available in this section. Good news, Jasper Edwards has been involved in no DOT reportable crashes. Inspection details. In the Inspection Details section of Jasper Edwards' PSP driver scorecard, we can see all of Jasper's inspections going back 3 years, with violations grouped by CSA Basic. Inspections are listed chronologically with the most recent at the top, color-coded to match the timeline above. For each inspection, you can see which specific violations occurred and what the CSA point impact was. In the inspection details for Jasper Edwards, we can see that of his 3 most recent inspections here, only 1 was a clean inspection. The other 2 had violations such as inoperative required lamps, lacking valid license, and 2 driver log violations. These particular violations are all arguably violations in which the driver has a significant amount of control. The red flag and high point values are other indicators that these violations are not to be taken lightly. Print and export. Once you've reviewed your PSP driver scorecard, you may want to print it, email it, or export the data. You can do all of these from the Export button located here. Compare All Drivers tab. The last tab is called Compare All Drivers. This page allows you to see all the drivers you uploaded compared against each other in a CSA framework. See total numbers of inspections, points per basic, total points, and average points per inspection. Calculating this data by hand can take hours. With Vigilo, you can have it available to you, or export it into a spreadsheet, in seconds. Data security. Every motor carrier who enrolls in the FMCSA's PSP service enters an agreement not to share PSP data with any outside party, or in fact anyone not an employee directly involved in the hiring process. Vigilo has developed this converter to be in compliance with those privacy terms. No personal information on drivers or violation inspection or crash data is ever made available to Vigilo. The Vigilo PSP Converter is a downloadable application that runs locally on the motor carrier employee's PC, and no prohibited data is ever sent to Vigilo or any other third party. Vigilo's paramount concern with subscribers and affiliate members is the privacy and the security of the data entrusted to us. Vigilo has built a state-of-the-art cloud computing environment with the highest levels of data security and redundancy measures in place. Review our privacy policy at vigilo.com to learn more. Help and frequently asked questions. Help is just a click away. Installation instructions, training resources, and frequently asked questions are available through this help link. Wrapping up, a few last items about the Vigilo PSP Converter. Custom weights. By clicking the Settings button here, carriers may even apply their own custom weighting to each basic if they desire to put higher or lower weights as may be appropriate for their unique hiring needs. Additional users. It's easy to add additional PSP Converter users if you choose. Contact Vigilo today to get started. Our website is www.vigilo.com. That wraps up this video help for the new Vigilo PSP Converter.